Hello, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Origins. In this episode, we're looking at Torchic, Combusken and Blaziken, so let's get going. First off, Torchic. Its Japanese name is Achamo. It is a chick Pokemon. It is number 255 in the National Dex and stands at 0.4 meters tall or 1 foot 4 inches and weighs 2.5 kilograms or 5.5 pounds. It is the fire type starter Pokemon from the region of Hoenn. Torchic is a small chick that is covered in orange and yellow feathers, and its wings are undeveloped and are almost useless, its only use being to keep Torchic warm. Its legs and feet, on the other hand, are well developed for running and scratching, and the crest on its head resembles a flame. Torchic also possesses a flame sac, much like Vaporeon and Flareon. Flareon and Vulpix, I'm sorry. Torchic is based off of a chicken hatchling, and may also be based on Basan, a legendary fire-breathing chicken. Gender differences, there are some here for Torchic. Now, male Torchic have a tiny black speck on their rears. I'm not going to show you this just because it's 1 pixel, it's literally 1 pixel, you would never notice it, so I'm not going to show you this. And Torchic's shiny form is yellow with orange feathers. Pokédex entries tell us that Torchic can launch fireballs of 1800 degrees Fahrenheit or 1000 degrees centigrade, so that's pretty hot. And also that it has a flame sac in its belly, so that it's warm to hug, which is, very nice. The name Achamo is a combination of Akago, meaning baby, and Shamo, which is a breed of Japanese chicken that was once raised for fighting. The name Torchic is a combination of torch, related to the fire typing, and chick. Now moving on to Combusken. Its Japanese name is Wakasayamo. It is the young fowl Pokemon. It is number 256 in the National Dex. It stands at 0.9 meters tall, or 2 foot 11 inches, and weighs 19.5 kilograms, or 43 pounds. A Torchic will evolve into a Combusken starting at level 16. Combusken is a chicken-like Pokemon, and its upper body is tan-coloured, with its lower body being orange-coloured. It has a feather crest on its head with orange points on it, and its beak and eyes are also orange. Its feathers on its arms resemble a long-sleeved jacket, and it has 3 razor-sharp claws at the end of its arms. It also has shaggy tan feathers at the top of its thighs, and a small pointed tail. Combusken is based off of cockfighting chickens, or Basan, the fire-breathing chicken, as I mentioned just now. Gender differences, there are some here. Female Combusken have smaller crests on their head, and that's really all there is. And shiny form, it has a yellower body than its normal form. Pokédex entries tell us that Combusken can let loose 10 kicks a second, which is very fast, and also that it emits sharp cries to intimidate its foes during battle. The name Wakasayamo is a combination of Wakai, meaning young, and Shamo, which is again a breed of Japanese chicken raised for fighting. The name Combusken is a combination of combust and chicken, combust being to burn. It may also be a pun on combustion, as it sounds very similar to Combusken, so combustion, etc. Now moving on to Blaziken. Its Japanese name is Bursiemo. It is the Blaze Pokemon. It is number 257 in the National Dex, and stands at 1.9 meters tall or 6 foot 3 inches, and weighs 52 kilograms or 114.6 pounds. A Combusken will evolve into a Blaziken starting at level 36. Blaziken are red in coloration with accentuations of beige, yellow and grey. They also have long beige coloured hair-like feathers behind their head, and a crest on their head with 2 points that resembles the letter V. They also have 3 spiky extensions on the sides of their face, and have semicircular eyes with yellow scleras and blue irises. Their mouth is a hooked beak, and their feathers on their chest and abdomen sort of make it look like Blaziken's wearing a sleeveless jacket. Blaziken have 3 fingers on each hand and 3 clawed toes, and when in the fight, they have tufts of fire above their wrists. Like Combusken, Blaziken are based off of the cockfighting chickens, more specifically the Shamo breed, and may also be based off of the Basan or the Karura. They kind of bear similarities to a phoenix, but they aren't flying type, so that kind of rules that out there. Gender differences, female Blaziken have shorter hair and a shorter mask, and shiny form, it's kind of a darker red, lighter white colour, so that the orange is dark red and what was cream and beige is now a white colour. Pokédex entries tell us that Blaziken's punches scorch foes, so they're fire punches basically, and that it can clear a 30-story building in a single leap, which is pretty damn high. The name Bursiemo is a combination of burst or burn and Shamo, again the Japanese breed of chicken. Blaziken is a combination of blaze and chicken. Looking at a size comparison here, you can see Blaziken is pretty large, taller than me, whereas Combusken and Torchic are a lot smaller. Torchic, you know, they're little, you could hug it really, and Combusken is a guy you won't want to mess with, but still pretty small. And finally, looking at some sprite comparisons here, as this is Generation 3, we haven't got much to look at really. The Torchic sprites stay pretty much the same throughout all the games. Its head is pretty much exactly the same size. Generation 5 it gets a bit smaller, however, but that's all there really is to say there. And now Combusken, not much to say again. In Generation 3 it sort of stood there with a leg raised, and the same in Generation 4 apart from it's walking towards the screen, and in Generation 5 it's just stood there ready to fight. And then finally Blaziken, in Generation 3 it stood there really ready to battle really, and then Generation 4 it kind of looks like it's just using attack, it's kind of in an attack pose, and then Generation 5 it's kind of clenching its fists, looking intimidating and ready to fight again really. And so ends this episode of Pokemon Origins. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.